According to a report from The Athletic, the Pittsburgh Steelers are quote-unquote not interested in replacing quarterback Kenny Pickett as their starter for the 2024 season. Today, I'll be breaking down this rumor as well as some conflicting rumors, including from Adam Schefter, that says the Steelers are still in the market for a quarterback. Before we get into that, let me know down there in the comments section, what is your one-word reaction to this report? At the end of the intro, I'll let you know my one-word reaction. And with that, let's get into today's show. So my one-word reaction to this report is disappointing. And the reason why my one word is disappointing is because if the Steelers decide to ride with Kenny Pickett for yet another season as their starting quarterback, you guys know how I feel about that. I am not in favor of that because as somebody that has watched every single bit of Kenny Pickett film on all 22 the last two seasons, I do not believe he has what it takes to be a franchise caliber quarterback that's going to be worth $40, $50 million per season on his second deal. And because of that, I want to go out and get somebody with either higher upside or somebody that's more established as a starter. This report comes from Mike DeFabo from The Athletic, who says the Steelers are not interested in signing Russell Wilson in the likely event he's released by the Denver Broncos, a source familiar with the coaching staff's feelings on the quarterback at this stage of his career told The Athletic. Additionally, Pittsburgh is not among the teams actively working to trade for Justin Fields, a league source told The Athletic's Diana Rossini. Pittsburgh is also not pursuing Kirk Cousins or Baker Mayfield in free agency, according to league sources. The fact that Pittsburgh is not seriously courting an established starter to supplant Pickett lends more credence to Khan's statement that he has full faith in Pickett. It appears the Steelers are hopeful that first-year offensive coordinator Arthur Smith can unlock something in the third-year QB that the NFL hasn't seen. So listen, man, when it comes to Arthur Smith, I think it's pretty obvious that the Steelers want him to kind of make that transformation that he did with Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee. And he actually met with Kenny Pickett in Florida this past week during the NFL Combine, where he talked with Kenny about the offense, and apparently the meeting went great. So that's kind of where this report is coming from. Apparently Arthur Smith is all in on Kenny Pickett. But keep in mind here, there are conflicting reports from a number of different sources around NFL media right now. Now, NFL Notifications is not the most reliable source. I will say that right now. But this is the rumor that they put out right after the Athletics article this morning. The narrative that the Steelers are happy with their quarterback room as presently constructed is false. They are exploring every avenue, including trades and free agency, to bring in a talented third quarterback. And then before they actually put this one out, they put out this one. The Bears have resumed trade talks for Justin Fields after a brief pause to focus on the combine. The Steelers have been the most aggressive in talks, but the Bears want Diontae Johnson in the deal, who the Steelers have been unwilling to part ways with so far. Updates to come as they develop. And along with these rumors, Adam Schefter went on the Pat McAfee Show today, and he says the Steelers are still shopping. This is what he said. They're looking. They're absolutely looking for a quarterback, that is, and I would expect at some point they are going to add one of these guys, talking about Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Ryan Tannehill. I still think they absolutely have hope for Kenny Pickett, which I think enters into the decision that they eventually have to make, whichever quarterback they do bring aboard. When you're talking about Fields, who we all know there are people in the organization that really like him, is it going to be worth whatever they have to give up for a guy like him to bring him in, or do they prefer a free agent like Tannehill or Russell Wilson where you don't have to compensate the other team? I don't think they know right now, and I think they are still sorting through it as we speak. But all these decisions are going to crystallize here over the course of the next week, and I do think they will add a quarterback. I haven't sensed that they were looking to dislodge Pickett, but Khan didn't give a specific answer because I don't think the Steelers have a specific answer. I don't expect Cousins to land in Pittsburgh. I do think that a guy like Russell Wilson or Justin Fields could be in place. So now let me know down there in the comments section, who do you believe? Will Kenny Pickett be the Steelers starting quarterback in 2024? Give me a yes or give me a no for today's pinned comment. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. When that happens, take advantage of that time by giving me a yes or no down there in the comments. Now, I'll say this, guys, okay? When it comes to the Kenny Pickett situation, I do think when you talk to and you listen to the people that are connected with the people in the building, all of them expect Kenny Pickett to be the starting quarterback in 2024 and for either Mason Rudolph or Ryan Tannehill to be the backup quarterback in 2024. Now, I do think, and I will say this, I do think the Steelers are willing to make a move if it really does benefit them. Like if they can get Justin Fields for like a third or a fourth round pick and really get a good value for him. I know for a fact Mike Tomlin really likes Justin Fields' game and would absolutely jump at that chance to add him to the room. And then the thing with Russell Wilson, if they can get him for the vet minimum, I'm not completely going to say they're going to say no to that, all right? So I do think they like Kenny Pickett. I think that they're okay with him being their starting quarterback in 2024, but I also think that they're keeping the door open in case an opportunity presents itself. Now, coming up here on Steelers Talk, we'll shift from the quarterback situation to Diontae Johnson. A lot of trade rumors have been swirling over the last 48 hours, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But first, I want to tell you about today's sponsor at Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Listen, fellas, I don't have to tell you that the warmer the weather gets, it leads to a funkier crotch. But don't worry, all you have to do to say goodbye to your stink is grab some Mando Whole Body Deodorant and nip body odor in the bud. Put it on your pits, your package, feet, and beyond for whole body freshness. From the makers of Lumi Deodorant, Mando is clinically proven to work hard all day. Instead of just covering up BO with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor at the source, stopping the stink from happening in the first place. Spring into the season with a deodorant that can handle the heat. For Steelers Talk listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code and link. Use code CHAT at shopmando.com. Personally, guys, I love using their whole body deodorant here. It's bourbon leather, which is really, really a manly scent. It smells awesome. And then also, like, I'm smelling fresh all day long. And actually, guys, the biggest value that Mando has had on my life is not just me, because I've always been smelling fresh. It's been the other people in the office smelling fresh with our friends at Mando. So thank you to Mando for that. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the body wash that I mentioned, or even deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. Again, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you use code CHAT at shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com. It's time to smell better naked, and trust me, your partner will thank you too. Thank you to Mando for sponsoring today's show. And with that, let's get into Diontae Johnson here, where multiple sources suggest that the Pittsburgh Steelers are considering trading DJ this offseason if they can get the right price for him. It was originally reported by Tony Pauline here, who had to say, while it's not fair to say Johnson is on the trading block, several people tell me the Steelers are open to moving the receiver if they receive fair compensation. And that's definitely something that we've been seeing and that we've been hearing over the last couple of days. And then Mark Kaboly, the athletic writer for the Pittsburgh Steelers, had this to say. I've heard some stuff here and there. It might be the Steelers are looking to see who's interested, because potentially Diontae Johnson might not want to be here either. And then Diontae Johnson kind of responded to these rumors the other day, or actually yesterday, and he said, people just be talking. And then a couple minutes later, he put out, it is what it is. So what does he mean by these? I'm not 100% sure. Some people are speculating, yes, he's going to get traded. Some people are saying no. He's saying that the rumors are fake. But here's what you guys need to keep in mind as Steelers fans, okay? Diontae Johnson has been involved in trade speculation over the last 2 off seasons. Remember when it happened last year when he completely like unfollowed the Steelers or something like that on Instagram, and people just completely lost their minds? It ended up being nothing. He just wanted to focus during the offseason on stuff that wasn't football. So listen, the speculation has been out there the last couple of seasons. Nothing has come to pass, so Diontae Johnson could absolutely be a Pittsburgh Steeler next season. However, this time it may be different for a couple of different reasons when it comes to Diontae Johnson. First of all, I've said this on the show before, he's not a great fit for Arthur Smith's offense. He Artie usually likes to have bigger wide receivers that are really good run blockers. Diontae Johnson just isn't that. He's more of a true outside receiver that's not really going to provide much for you in terms of run blocking. That's not a particularly great fit. Then when you pair the fact that he's got 1 year left on his current contract with the other thing here is, especially if the Kenny Pickett rumors are true and he's going to be coming back as the starter, Diontae Johnson has been a vocal advocate for Mason Rudolph or some other quarterback to be the Steelers' starting quarterback next season. And if Kenny Pickett is returning as the team starter, it seems like Diontae Johnson is not going to be happy with that, and he's going to want to find a new home. But here's the thing, and here's the rub when it comes to a Diontae Johnson trade. If it's going to happen, it has to happen before the new league year. And now the new league year is coming up real fast, guys. March 13th, okay? So that's the first official day that people in free agency can sign. It's next Wednesday. But, you look at the situation right now. He has a roster bonus on his contract right now where if he's still on the roster by March 13th, $3 million more of cap hit kicks in on Diontae Johnson's contract. So if they trade him after that, the Steelers are still going to owe Diontae Johnson at least $3 million along with his signing bonus. So it'd actually be closer to $5 million for that season, and he'd be on another team. So that's not something that I want to have happen if I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. If you're going to trade Diontae Johnson, trade him before the new league year starts at March 13th. That's next Wednesday once again. And honestly, guys, I could actually see Diontae get traded, especially if he can be a trade piece to get Justin Fields here with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they don't have to give up like a high draft pick in order to get Fields in the building, because I know the Steelers don't want to part ways with their first-round draft pick. I think that they're pretty shaky about giving up even their second-round draft pick. So what they could do here is that they could send Diontae Johnson to the Chicago Bears, who are reportedly interested in Diontae Johnson, plus a fourth-round pick. You have two of them this year, okay? So you have one to spare. You give the Bears one of those fourth-rounders and Diontae Johnson, and Justin Fields is a Steeler. He is on his way to the Steel City, and I would be super excited about that pairing between Justin Fields and his massive skill set and Arthur Smith's super QB-friendly system that's going to hide some of the warts in Justin Fields' game. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section. Would you accept this trade if you were GM Omar Khan? Type A if you would accept it, or type D if you're going to decline it. Let me know what you guys are thinking down there in the comment section. That'll be it for today's content, guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. If you're a real one and you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you let us know down there in the comment section right now by typing real one in all caps to identify yourselves. Really do appreciate your support, guys. Make sure you click that subscribe button, because if they trade for Justin Fields, if they sign Russell Wilson, who was just released by the Denver Broncos, by the way, if you want the latest quarterback updates on the black and gold, it seems like we're going to have a for sure answer to this within the next couple of weeks. So if you want the latest news and updates surrounding the quarterback position for this team, make sure you click that subscribe button right now.